Hello students, I am Tarak Shukla and today we are discussing about chapter number 2 units and measurements. This is the beginning entry of physics chapter number 2 of your 11th science. So after learning this chapter you will get proper taste of physics because in this chapter we will discuss, as its name suggests us, that units and measurements. What is a unit and what is measurement and why we need so? These are the primary questions whenever you are studying this chapter will tackle in our mind. So first of all we will discuss. There is very primitive definition of it. There is one name of the scientist. You may have heard its name. It is called as a Kelvin. This famous scientist suggests us that if you know something and if you want to express it, you require certain figures. Let's say I am saying that my distance, my velocity, my speed is something higher, but without certain digit, without certain figures, you cannot express it properly. So the name of the scientist is called as a Kelvin. He suggested us that certain figures are needed. And if you are representing something with the fact and figures, then and then your information is authenticated, accepted universally, globally. So there is a very indeed thing why we need units. There are two different type of units in physics. Very first is called as a fundamental units, and another one is called as a derived units. Why we have bifurcated these two things, fundamental and derived units? We will go in the depth of it. So first of all we will discuss about fundamental units. Why we are calling it as a fundamental? Because without it we cannot express anything. So you can say they are very much needed. Without them, integration of digits is quite impossible. Why integration? Means you want to collect them, you want to add them together. So without them, they are very much needed. Without them, you cannot show your data properly. That is why these units are very much important one. In the fundamental units, very first quantity coming with us, it is called as a mass. It is represented by the symbol small m. You are aware on this earth everything contains some specific number called as a mass. And what we are doing is that someone asks you what is your weight. That is something different thing. So if someone is asking you W, it is called as your weight. It means that you are telling that M multiplied by G. If you are saying that your weight on the earth is let's say 50 kilogram, it means that you are giving this two quantities, multiplication quantities. But what we are dealing right now is called as this thing, it is called as mass. Physics suggested us that if any quantity, physical quantity, contains mass, then and then it is called as accepted. Then we will go and derive something on its relations. But if it does not contain mass, then on a very primitive initial stage we will neglect it. So any content, anything on the universe contains some specific mass. Without mass we are not supposed to count it out. There are different type of units. Very famous units we are aware about it is called as a gram. Another is called as a kilogram. Then we are aware about a ton or quintal, etc., etc. But these are the two basic units in physics we will deal with, and that is why we are in need of it. But There is another question tackle in your mind that, sir, why and how 1 kilogram is counted? So there is one standard bifurcation. Let's say I have one cuboid, and this cuboid has been placed into that two element platinum and iridium are placed. This platinum and iridium are placed. Another definition, in this cubic decimeter, we will discuss about decicenti and all that, but right now I am just only giving you the overview. You can only remember this thing that is coming under the fundamental quantities. That's it. It is only for your information. So platinum and iridium. Next thing is called as a cubic decimeter. Into this cubic decimeter, if we are putting water at a 4 degrees Celsius, then this entire thing will lead to 1 kilogram. So for platinum iridium, there is one standard. It is called as the International Bureau of Weight and Measurement. So it is called as a International Bureau of Weight and Measurement. This is the institution which is located in France, where platinum and iridium's replicas are placed. So platinum and iridium's replicas are placed as a reference of 1 kilogram. Friends, this is the institution which is responsible to maintain time by time what 1 kilogram actually existing or consisting of. So we will just discuss about it. International Bureau of Weight Measurement, which is institute located in France, and which has these two replicas. So we will keep in mind only for our understanding. Next, number 2, it is called as a length. Someone is asking you what is your height, what you will say? You will say that 5 feet or 6 feet or 2 feet or something else. Or what is length? Basically we are aware about it's a two units, a centimeter and a meter. But what actually length is? My primitive question is to you, what actually length is? Length is called as a difference between 2 points. It is called as a length. Let's say I'm putting that a point B and point A. What is distance between them? What is difference between them? So you will say that the difference between them is that A is located at some point and B is somewhere far. That is a primitive right now unit of a length. We will discuss about in the depth, that is called as a centimeter, meter, and very much famous one is called as a kilometer. Third one is called as a C. It is called as a time. It is a primary question right now we are facing day and night. What is actually time? So it's a famous unit is called as a second or minutes or hours. Later after we will discuss that these two units are okay there, but we are famously and widely using seconds. There are two more units we will just discuss about. It is called as a solar day and solar seconds. We are aware about every day we are facing that 24 hours, 60 minutes and 60 seconds, which is dealing of it is 6400 seconds. But this entirely 1 upon 86 400 will give you 1 solar second. You might be wondering, what is solar second? Yes, solar second. Solar second means if you are spending an entire day on the earth, it means that it is only 1 solar second. So you can say that a solar day means what? your 365.25 days, which normally usually we are saying that 1 year. It means that it is a one solar day, because 365.25 days it has spent around the sun to complete its entire rotation. So this is called as a solar day. So right now you are aware about three fundamental quantities. Very first one is called as a mass, second one is called as a length, and third one is a time. And after another clip we will discuss about other units of it. It is called as a derived units.